Hello, Philadelphia. Hi, I'm Kayley Whalen. I'm the Digital Strategies and Social Media Manager for the National LGBTQ Task Force. And let me tell you, I'm glad to be back in a city I often consider a second home. I went to school not far from here at a college some call Swarthmore, but as we often refer to it, the People's Republic of Swarthmore. I'm a digital organizer, so much of my work is online and behind the scenes. But there's nothing that brings me greater joy than seeing everyone here, together, in person, here at Creating Change. I am a proud transgender, Latinx, multiracial, bisexual woman with a mental health disability. Many of those identities are often invisible to others, and often I can pass through the world with a lot of privilege. But I refuse to be silent and blend in, because I know that in order to fight, I have to be visible. In order to fight, we have to be visible. My mother is in the audience right now, actually. Hi, Mom. And I wanted to use a quote from her. So I was asking her about her experience growing up as Latinx in New York City, and she told me that the way my family and your grandparents succeeded was blending in and not making a statement of being different. They made sure we spoke English. Yes, we ate different food. We knew we were different, and we built our own traditions. But it's only now that we try to understand and celebrate what we went through and what made us unique. We have a responsibility to the next generation to celebrate and fight for what makes us unique. Especially in this moment. Make no mistake, Trump, our new bully-in-chief, and his administration wants to tell you that being Latinx means you're inferior, that if you're an immigrant, you're not welcome here, and that being trans is an illness which must be fixed through reparative therapy. There are many forms of violence. One is having possibility stripped from you. Growing up, I did not know it was possible to be trans. I had no possibility models, as Laverne Cox referred to them at Creating Change in Houston. I grew up confused, not having a vocabulary to express how I understood the world or how I related to the world. I was bullied for being awkward, for being sensitive, emotional, not tough or masculine enough, and I isolated myself, focused on books and school. I was also ridiculed for being Latinx, especially by my white father, who would ridicule me and my friends who were people of color, my friends from Afghanistan and Bangladesh, tell me to get friends who had American names. In high school, I began to express myself through theater, arts, dressing up. I'd dress up in glam and goth clothes and go out to clubs and shows. And I was called a faggot. It wasn't until college that I found other trans people and developed the self-understanding that allowed me to express my gender identity. I've often heard attacks on trans women that claim that we are not really women because we do not experience girlhood. I did experience girlhood. but it was one where I could not express my truth because of a world and a society that did not understand or accept who I was. I've also sometimes been told, and more often felt, that I'm not Latinx enough because I don't speak Spanish. I didn't grow up with many of the family traditions that other Latinx families have. But that's also because those possibilities were erased from me because of racism and internalized oppression. It wasn't until attending the Racial Justice Institute at Creating Change in 2012 in Baltimore that I began to unlearn that oppression and learn the tools I needed to be proud about being Latinx. Our youth have possibility models that I never had as a kid, which fills me with hope. I've seen trans youth come out younger and younger. I saw Jazz Jennings come out on national TV at age 6. And there's even a show I talk about a lot. Maybe some of you heard about it. It's on Cartoon Network. It's by a queer writer. It features a young boy who's not afraid to be sensitive, caring, kind. A boy who can sometimes magically transform into a woman and fights a bully who sexually harasses them. Come on, Steven Universe. Who's heard of it? Yes. Yes, we have shows like Steven Universe, I Am Jazz, Orange is the New Black, and Sense8. But the visibility the trans movement now has is due to the hard work of transgender grassroots activists in their communities, especially trans women of color, fighting at the margins of society for simply the ability to survive. Right now, more than ever, we need to show the world that the next generation that a better world is possible. A future where all LGBTQ youth are accepted, loved, and valued. As the digital director of this conference, I know all of you have big dreams. Trust me. I've seen your tweets. I've read your Facebook posts. I've seen your Instagrams, and I've probably seen your snaps too. How amazing is it that we're all gathered here together in one place, in one same physical place, where we can celebrate our unique identities and make possibilities come alive. We need every activist, every artist, every imaginative, creative mind in this room to never stop dreaming. We need you. We need you to never stop dreaming, especially after this conference ends. The state of our movement must be one of possibilities for everyone. Thank you.